Whatever demon it was that forced Andrew Golota to do those things in the ring, he couldn't stop it. He had no control.
Picture this, a 6'4" giant, a professional destroyer.
Make the guy follow you around.
A man whose very name struck terror into the entire heavyweight division, begging in a panic to be let out of the ring.
Oh, look at that.
Why? Because on that cold Michigan night in 2000, he didn't step into the ring to fight a boxer. He stepped in against a monster.
Look at me. Look at me. I gotta go home and my kids are gonna be scared of me. Look at me, man.
That night, boxing ended and a true fight for survival began. 1990s. Chicago smelled of big money and gunpowder, and it was out of this grim underworld that the towering pole emerged. A heavy criminal aura always trailed behind him.
He was involved in brawl in a bar, supposedly gun involved, and he was afraid he will go to jail. He basically escaped from Poland.
Whispers in the back rooms claimed the Polish syndicate stood behind him, that the mob was his roof, making his legal troubles vanish and pulling the strings right in the middle of his fights. How else could you explain his suicidal madness in the ring?
Golota in deep trouble.
The referee comes out, your man bit the other fighter. Andrew, did you bite the guy? Andrew looked at us and he said, I had to bite the motherfucker.
Low blows, sudden meltdowns, disqualifications when millions were on the line. Fixed fights, orders from shadow bosses, no one ever found ironclad proof. Most likely, the truth was far more terrifying. Golota wasn't anyone's pawn. He was simply an uncontrollable psychopath with a completely shattered psyche. But this mafia halo made his figure truly sinister. And on this night, this Chicago demon was about to step into a cage with the only man on the planet crazier than he was. By that point, not a trace remained of the old, disciplined Tyson. Prison, scandals, bitten off ears. A fuse had blown inside him. He had mutated.
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
The crowd no longer expected boxing from him. They craved to see this beast break loose and start crushing bones. The press conference a month before the fight. Golota is calm, cold, joking it off.
So somebody said maybe I'm dirty, but it's not the truth, you know. It's true, and I'm taking a shower like 3 times a day, you know. So believe me that.
And then, 3 hours late, Tyson bursts in, and the radiation level in the room spikes to critical. This was no longer an athlete. This was Bruce Banner, losing control of his inner monster right in front of the press. He jumps onto the table, rips off his clothes, and delivers a blood-curdling monologue.
I'm on this Zoloft thing, right? But I'm on that to keep me from killing y'all. I'm belligerent. I'm sometimes vicious and violent, but that's just because of what happened. Yo, anybody look at my life. Look at me. I've been embarrassed, humiliation, degradation, and any other TION you can name. That's negative, right?
When reminded of Golota's dirty tactics, the Hulk inside Mike just bared his teeth.
I wish your mother hit me low. Yeah, hit me low. I wish he'd do that. On like a mother.
No more press conferences, no more empty threats, just 2 psychopaths locked in the cage at the Palace of Auburn Hills. The hour of reckoning has finally arrived.
Okay, gentlemen, let's do it right. Touch them up. Composure under pressure. Here we go.
Golota starts smart, keeps his distance, works the jab, tries to hold back the approaching storm. But you can't stop a nuclear explosion with a jab.
There's another overhand right by Tyson that got Golota.
His first round.
Tyson, as usual, comes out winging. Hand right on the nose, a right hand. See Golota's right yet.
Golota standing. He's up. On the jab. There he started to throw it. Man to work with in front of him. He's throwing some big body shots. Golota not throwing any hard punches at all.
Recent opponents.
Straight free.
Straight right, followed by a left by Golota.
With 30 seconds left in the first round, Tyson detonates. He cranks up the pace, lunges forward, and viciously clashes heads with the pole, ripping his eyebrow open. And a split second later, he pulls the trigger, right overhand. This isn't boxing anymore. A sledgehammer just crashes into Golota's head at the speed of a meteor. The shockwave blasts him to the canvas.
We approach the final 30 seconds
Get him up, Andrew.
of
Get him
round
up. Let it
one.
go. Let him go.
There's a cut left side of the face over the left eye of Golota. Oh! Down goes Andrew Golota. What a right. Straight right on the button. Golota down.
Same right ended up in that cut, Steve.
A flash knockdown. He got up quickly. Here are the final seconds of round one. And there's the bell. Tyson scoring a knockdown at the end of the first.
Only fractions of a second and the bell saved Golota from being finished off. He stumbles to his corner, drops onto the stool, and primal terror reads in his eyes. That's when he tells his trainer for the first time, "Stop the fight."
Come on, let's go.
Golota down at 2:47 of round one.
Round 2. Tyson has already smelled blood. He charges forward, hammering the pole with monstrously powerful punches. Golota survives. He snaps back, but he realizes what the crowd can't see. Every punch he takes from this Hulk is breaking him from the inside.
There's another right hand. Golota's chin withstanding that, but how much more can he take? Tyson again jumping all over him. A left hook that he shoots to the body. That right just missed by the jab.
High break.
In the second round. But the overhand right just missed with that overhand. 240 pounds into position for the final knockout.
Throwing the pass for the end zone. Okay. See, Golota slapping here. He can't hurt Mike with that. He's going back.
And he seems fearful to throw his right hand for fear of what might be coming back.
Hard break. Get him up. That was an accident. Mike's showing he's a little over anxious. Here, that big right hand got him over.
The bell. End of round 2. And then happens the moment that will go down in boxing history forever. Instead of heading to his corner, the giant starts frantically pacing the ring. There is no boxer left in his movements, only the pure panic of a man looking for the door. He ignores his trainer's screams. The referee blocks his path. "The minute isn't up, get back to your corner." The pole simply shoves the ref aside. "I quit." His furious trainer tries to force the mouthpiece back into his mouth, but Golota clenches his teeth.
It's over! He's done it again! Golota quits! Look at this! You fucking do it! Oh, that's...
When I was trying to put that mouthpiece in his mouth, I should have shoved it up his ass. I said to him, "Andrew, don't do this to yourself." And then he didn't want to know nothing. He pushed me away.
Charles excited. He's upset. And I'll tell you what.
I think something goes in his mind and he blanks out.
Until you taste the power of a puncher like a Tyson.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, Tyson is going berserk. His face is twisted with primal malice, his team hanging off him with all their weight, trying to hold back the monster desperate to finish off its prey. Golota turns around and walks away. The stands erupt in hatred. Trash, cups, and food rain down on the giant's back. Someone hurls a red soda at him, and it splatters across his chest like blood from a torn wound.
Unbelievable sight here at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Golota being escorted off as fans throw things at him after he quits at the end of 2 rounds. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness.
The boxing world trampled the pole. His own trainer, a tailor by trade, threw to the press. "I make men's suits, but now I'm going to have to make him a dress." The boss of Showtime delivered the verdict. "In 15 years, I've never seen a more egregious act of cowardice. He should be stripped of his license forever." Cowardice? Hold on. The next day, Golota is rushed to the hospital, and the medical report forces all the critics to shut their mouths. A concussion, a fractured left cheekbone, and the most terrifying part, a herniated disc in his neck. The neurosurgeon who examined the pole came out to the press in shock. If he had gone out for the 3rd round and taken one more shot to the head like that, he could have been paralyzed for life. I would never have let him back in the ring. Golota's trainer publicly apologized, realizing his fighter hadn't chickened out. His survival instinct had simply saved his life. He refused to be killed. 14 years later, Golota would say, "It wasn't just about the pain. It was about the injustice." Tyson headbutted him, cut his brow open, and the referee turned a blind eye. His corner stayed silent. "Why do I need a trainer if he doesn't defend me to the ref?" Tyson did it on purpose, and fighting a knockout artist when your eye is covered in blood, that's suicide. The irony of fate. Tyson's victory was overturned. He failed a test for banned substances, apparently the only relaxant that somehow kept his inner Hulk in check before the fight. Was Golota a mobster following someone's orders, or just a psychopath whose mind finally snapped? That night, it didn't matter, because even the most terrifying men in Chicago couldn't have forced him to come out for a third round against death itself. Guys, if this story gave you goosebumps, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments. What would you do if you were locked in a cage with Iron Mike? See you next time.